Hey bold bays, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. And while you're thinking about it, hit that subscribe button so you don't forget, so we can stay best friends, so you can see all my videos because I'm awesome and I'm weird and we have a good time here. So anyway, today's video is all about contouring because I know that there's still some of you out there that are still kind of like, I have no idea what to do with contour. And that's okay because I was totally there. I've only learned about contour like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And I feel like I'm still learning new things, better ways. And I feel like I'm finally kind of at a place that sorry, that came out weird. I feel like I'm finally at a place where I feel good about it and like confident enough to do this video and to share some of the things. Let's do this. To share some things with you that might help you better your contour game, up your contour game. That's what I meant to say. And my hair is like all natural today. Like I didn't do anything with it. So apologies for this disaster. Okay, so I'm going to go over just a couple different things. The first thing I want to talk about is, rewind. So I'm going to be doing these cream contours from Maskcara. If you've never heard of this makeup brand, then obviously you're new to my channel because I'm a mascara fanatic. I love this company so much. I've been an artist for it for like a year and a half. I love these products. I think they're amazing and just very minimal and great for any level of makeup person. So I'm going to be showing you how to work with their contours. They're cream, so there's kind of a learning curve, but not really because it's super easy and quick to catch on to. So, so with that, let's get into these shades. So, the first thing with contour is I think the hardest thing people struggle with it not looking good is usually just a color issue. It's usually just because you don't have the right shade. And then we'll get into some other things later, but you really want to find a contour that just looks like a natural shadow. So like when you put like a little shadow on your face, that's kind of the tone and color it should be, right? So it shouldn't be too warm, it shouldn't be orange, it shouldn't be like brown and muddy, it shouldn't look dirty looking or gray. All these are bad things that it should not look like. And so Maskcara, these are their contour shades minus one, maybe one or two of like the dark ones that I don't have yet because I don't have darker skinned clientele yet. So I just have up to this one, which is still pretty dark. So these are all the colors. And I'm going to swatch a couple on my cheeks so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So you can see how they differ so much. And of course, when you're at home trying to dive into mascara, you're not going to be able to get all of them and try them on your cheek, right? Unless we live in the same city and I can come do an in-person makeover. But if we're not, it's still fine. I can still color match you through a picture if you need help with that. So just send me a photo to my email down below and we could do that. But for now, I still just want you to get an idea of what to look for at least. So let's see. So I'll start off with just the lightest one because that's what you'd assume I am. You know, because I'm Miss White Holly, Miss Snow White. So I'm just going to do that. Swipe a little bit on my finger. And I'm just going to do kind of a little stripe, okay? We're just going to see. So that one's called Walnut. This one is Aspen. This one is Ash. Crap, what finger did I do Aspen on? Don't remember. I'll put a little more Aspen on. And then I'll try Olive too. Let me wipe my finger real quick. Oh, Olive. Okay. I did those really far, making it hard to see. So you can kind of look at them and see the range. And I know they're not like blended or anything, so that's kind of tricky. Okay, so I feel like that one is too warm. It's looking kind of brown. That one is okay. I still feel like it's kind of brown toned. And so I'm feeling like I'd be probably one of these two. And this is actually the one I've been using for a while, the Aspen one. It is kind of lighter, but I feel like it's a pretty natural shadow that you can kind of see. But I can also get away with using, um, what one was that? Was that Ash? See, now I don't remember. Let's see. Yeah, so I can do Aspen or Ash, which is normal because that's what I usually do. So um, let me put on another one to show you even more drastically what I'm talking about. So I'll do this side. Okay, so there is Stone. So Stone is a really warm one that there's only select few people that wear Stone as a contour, but you can see it almost looks like a bronzer, right? So I could probably use Stone as like a bronzer if I wanted to, but I would not use it as a normal contour because it's not going to blend naturally and it just looks way too warm on my skin. And then the same goes for this one that's called Shadow. See, now the problem with that is that it's kind of giving off that more ashy look, so it's a little too cool for me. So it looks just kind of like I have some dirt on my face, like some dirt or some mud on my face, and that's not good. We don't want that. So, so that's kind of the idea, right? So that's kind of what to look for. I'm gonna wipe all this off real quick. Kind of got my blush off there, but that's okay. Okay. So shades, that's the biggest thing. So if you need help with that, with the mascara ones, I don't know about like all the other brands, okay? I'm just talking about mascara ones because they're amazing and they're creams. I feel like they just look more natural anyway as a contour. So if you need help matching with those, then again, just email me. So that took a long time. Okay, next I want to talk about is contouring for your face shape. So I'm not going to get into like specific ones like diamond, oval, whatever, because I feel like that's nitpicking too much. You don't need to worry about that. But I do want to talk about full versus thin face. So I have more of a thin face. I mean, I still have like, I don't have like a super skinny forehead, but I don't know, it's just average, I guess. But I have just, you know, a longer, thinner face. So for me, contouring, I don't need like a ton of contouring because I already have a pretty defined jawline, and so I want to keep it pretty light and natural so I don't look like too elongated and too like dead, like so so there's two different ways I like to contour for my face shape. So there's this detail hack brush that I love, and it has this smaller side which is perfect for detail contouring. That's why it's called that, and it's perfect for thin faces. So for me, so we're gonna go back to that let's do the ash. I think it's pretty. So I'm gonna do it, just find my cheekbone here, okay? I'm gonna go a little bit under it because I'm trying to define that, and I'm gonna kind of scoop to bring out my cheeks more since I don't have like very full cheeks. So I'm gonna just kind of swoop that up, okay? And then for my forehead, I still want to keep it pretty, like a pretty fine line, okay? I'm not going to go too crazy. And then I don't want to put any right there because it's going to shadow it. Like I don't need that to disappear. I want that to be highlighted. Okay, so just throw a little bit on there. And then for the jaw, I'm going to go just underneath the jaw. So not up here, not like on it, just right underneath. Looks like a Nike symbol, right? Crap, I'm gonna get copyrighted now. And then blending wise, I just like to use this silicone bubble blender. You can get them on Amazon. And then I just blend it out, okay? The other way I like to do it is using this 30-second hack brush. So if this is the brush that you buy originally when you get all your mascara stuff, you can still contour with it. It's super great. So if you have a thinner face, again, I like to just kind of take it on the edge of the brush and just kind of roll like that, like dab and roll. And then I know I already have it on here, and then apply it like I did with that brush. But then, so I'm still on the side, and then flip it to this fluffy side to kind of buff it out and blend it out. I know it's looking kind of weird because I like wiped off the rest of my makeup, but so that's an awesome technique that you can do. And now with fuller faces, you want to, so you can still use any of these brushes, but this one is the best because it's so fast and it just applies it really evenly and just blends it out naturally. And so with that one, it's still the same technique basically, except instead of swooping, you're just going to come straight down to just really make your cheekbones and that jaw, or not the jaw, just your cheekbones pop, okay? And then with your forehead, same thing, but if you feel like you have a larger forehead that you kind of want to tone down a little bit, you're just going to drag the contour down further. So whereas before I kept it up here because I didn't want to go too crazy, you're just going to bring it down a little bit and then just keep that a straight line instead of a swoop, just straight down, okay? So I guess thin faces can do that too. If you want like a dramatic contour, like, I don't know, like a night out or something, you can do this more defined one, but I don't think it's like for an everyday thing. And then the jaw here, instead of going under like I did on this side, you're going to go right on top of it. And just really define that super pretty jaw. Okay, so just like that. Okay, and then the other trick with contour is blending. So with blending, you don't want to like blend it so much that you're taking off the product, because then like what's the point of that? The point of blending is to get rid of your harsh lines. And so again, that's why I really like this, since it's so like thin that I can really just like focus on the places where I would have kind of the harsh lines, like right there, kind of up by my ear, and just really get the outside edges to buff into the surrounding skin, okay? I mean, where'd it go? A beauty blender works fine. This is the Perfector sponge from Mascara. You get it wet and then you squeeze it out so it's just damp. And that works just fine. You just have to be careful not to pick up too much product, okay? So that's something you're just going to have to practice with and just get comfortable with blending, so you're not over blending, but you're blending enough so it's not like a sharp line on your cheek. So it just takes practice, right? And that's totally fine. It's a learning curve. Sorry, I have a lot of tips. Okay, and then the other thing is, what do you do if you have like blemishes or acne in the places where you'd contour, right? Because we don't want to like darken them. We want to get rid of them. And so the best thing to do with that is to just do your foundation as normal, and then like cover them with foundation, and then do your contour, and then go back in and spot treat just with like a small brush or else your finger, and just spot treat those little blemishes, and then take your contour back, and then just like take a fluffy brush and just lightly like press it back in to its spot after you've already like spot treated it, and then do a really good setting spray or like a setting powder to really set it in, and then you should be good that way. And then bronzer. Bronzer is not a contour. Don't use bronzer as a contour, because most bronzers are too warm as a contour. I mean, you can try it, but I'm just saying from experience that most bronzers are just too warm for a contour for most people. And a lot of them are shimmery too, and you don't want shimmer there. It doesn't look good. So don't use bronzer as a contour, but if you are a bronzer lover and you're like, well, I want to use bronzer and contour, how do I do that? So what I do, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but it works for me. So I put my contour on like normal, and then I get my bronzer brush, and then I just kind of layer on top, but mostly like almost in the in-between space here. It's like in-between space, and then I brush it kind of up on my high cheekbone, so not in the contour spot, just like, I don't actually have bronzer on this right now, I'm just showing you. So kind of just in that area, and then kind of call it good, because I don't wear a lot of bronzer. So yeah. Oh, last thing with nose contour. A lot of people are scared with nose contour, and that's normal, you know. I don't really do it like every day. I just kind of do it when I want to up my makeup a little bit. But again, that's where I love this brush, this thin side, That's what I use to do my nose contour. And you're just gonna see like it's almost making the natural shadows anyway, like on the bridge. So you just want to do a thin, thin line. And it takes extreme focus. And death silence. So yeah, I just make 2 straight lines. I mean, I'm sure these aren't straight at all. I just do 2 straight lines, and then I go back in with a light highlight foundation, and then just tap the bridge of my nose. And then it's defined. And then again, just blend it out. And I have this like blemish on the end of my nose that is just messing everything up in my life. So I don't know, that's basically the gist, but I think that's it. That's basically it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this video to be so long. I just really wanted to get in depth with contour because I feel like I always just kind of brush through it and give you the basics, but if you really just wanted to understand more about where you put it and stuff, then hopefully I did that for you. If not, I'm happy to answer any other questions if you want to throw them in the comments, or if you want to shoot me an email. And again, I'm happy to give you a color match for mascara with contour and the foundations. So just let me know. And I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.